Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
I was on mute, so let's start that over. What's good, everybody? What's good? Hope everybody is doing well. It's Keeping in the Ring on Friday night. I'm doing this for Rich Mancuso. We're going to be back next Thursday. And I wanted to do something for Rich for the Keeping in the Ring program because we haven't been on in a while. And I wanted to do a little bit of boxing because next week is the big fight with Terrence Crawford and Canelo. So we'll definitely be back. And I wanted to bring in my main man, one of my favorite fighters in the sport today. And not because him as a fighter, just as a person, his family, his pops, they became kind of family as well because I've been there, I've been supporting him, at most of his fights. So I want to welcome, 7-0 prospect from Newark, New Jersey, Keith the Tsunami Colon. What's good with you, bro?
What's going on? What's going on?
Chilling, man. I appreciate you coming on and doing this with us, and helping the program out a little bit.
For sure, no doubt.
So we're just gonna chop it up real quick. I know you started school again, right? This is supposedly, hopefully, your last year, senior year in Rutgers.
Yeah, this is my last year at Rutgers.
Okay, that's what's up. So how's the schedule looking like with school?
My schedule pretty smooth. Yeah, I got a lot of free time. It's my last year, so it's not. The hard part is already out the way. It's just I just got to complete my minor. I already did my major, my prereq, so I got a lot of the hard stuff out the way already.
That's what's up. And what are you majoring in again?
Majoring in psychology.
Psychology. Okay, that's what's up. And so I wanted to bring that up because I think that's a special thing that you're doing. You're a full-time fighter, and you're on your fourth year in college. At a big time college and Rutgers University. So your mindset is pretty stable and set. But mainly another reason I want to bring you on is like you got an announcement. Already kind of announced it, but you got a fight coming up.
Yeah, got to fight October 18th at the Barclays Center in New York.
Wow. Okay, that's what's up. And this is going to be your first time fighting in New York City, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time fighting in New York. Yep.
Okay. So what's your feelings coming into this fighting in New York City? You're going to be on the undercard of a legend in New York, a Puerto Rican legend, in fact, and Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I'm just coming to do what I do. Come in, put on a great performance, show off my people. Just soak up all the experience, gain more knowledge, stay sharp, be quick, be fast, put on a great performance, and just have fun for my people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I don't think I'm going to ask, but do you guys got an opponent yet?
Nah, I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. And my man Pedro Fernandez, who you did on the radio with, he says, keep it fight and keep. He said he can fight and keep this bright. That's what's up from Pedro. Yeah, he's
Thank
a
you,
really,
thank you,
really
thank
smart
you.
kid, man. And I'm just not tooting everybody's horn here. Like this guy's been legit. He's been on this program and he's been on TD Sports Talk as well. And
Yep.
you got a bright future. But so tell us about your last fight and just the last 3 months. I guess let's go back and it's been a while, but talk to us about the last 3 months. Your progress as a fighter and just even as a student, if you want.
Yeah. Well, I just got back into school, so I mean, as a student, it's been kind of like at a steady pace. Nothing really too major. Like I said before, I did the hard part already. Completing my major already, doing my prereqs. Now it's just getting a minor out the way, and I'll be done. So that's a good thing. That's the bright side. It's just it's smooth right now. Last 3 months as a fighter has been everything that I dreamed of. Coming into the sport. It's been exciting, uh, motivational, and yeah, I feel like I've been putting on for my family, putting on for North, putting on for Puerto Rico. So that's always a good thing. I always try to make it seem like it's more than me because that's what it is. It's more than just me. I fight for my island. I fight for where I come from, and I wear it proud. So yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, um, You made your debut last year, I believe in July, right? July
Yeah.
2024. You'd already fought 7 times. You're 7-0, 7 knockouts in over a little bit over a year, pretty much a year and, let's go maybe 2-3 months by the time you get back in the ring. I mean, is that something you want to do is keep what's the word? Just keep fighting, keep being busy?
Yeah, I mean, as a fighter, that's the best things for fighters just to stay busy. Just keep fighting, keep being in the ring, keep being under the lights. You probably won't see me fight this much again because it's longer rounds, and there's gonna be harder opponents, which more training, So, um, but yeah, this was the goal. Come out hot, and that's what we've done, me and my team, and so, that it was all a part of the plan.
Okay. And then this is going to be a 6 rounder.
Yeah, yeah, my fight. This would be a 6 round in October.
If it goes that far, as many don't know, may not know, he's 7 fights, and they've none of them have made the distance. So, but is that the knockout is not something you look for, right? You go in there prepared and just go in and do your thing, and if it comes, it comes, right?
Yeah, I go into a fight, just looking to set up shots, hit, not get hit. The sweet science. However, it just comes with sharpness. It comes with IQ. It comes with power, speed. I feel like I'm a well all around fighter. So it comes with it. And if I smell blood or if I feel like my opponent is hurt, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to finish. Because if they survive, then I feel like I ain't do my job. But for the most part, I just go in there having fun.
Yeah, indeed. That's and then one thing I've noticed in your fights, and I could be wrong, and you can correct me or you could tell me what it is, but I feel like out of the 7 knockouts, I mean, out of all 7 knockouts, each knockout has come in a different way. It's whether it's been through up top or in the or to the body. It's not something you go in and look for. Like it's not like you're knocking people out only to the head or only to the body. You've mixed it up from time to
Yeah,
time. So is
right.
that something that just comes to you, or is it something you see?
I mean, for me, I feel like it's self-explanatory. It's like people don't really realize, or people underestimate when people say that every fighter brings something different out of them. So when I go into the ring, I go into the ring just to take away my opponent's best attribute and exploit his weaknesses. So every fighter fight differently. So each knockout is gonna look different. So it's not. I don't go in there with like, oh yeah, like I'm a left hook killer, I'm a right hand, like that's the only thing I'm gonna throw. No, it's like I'm gonna set everything up off my jab, my feints, and I'm gonna take what he gave me, and based off of that, that's gonna come out different punch selections and the whole nine.
Okay. Uh, Another thing that I've learned from you is that you're pretty much a student of the sport. You've
Yeah,
watched boxing, so I'm gonna just bring it. Let's just talk about your division. You fight at 126 featherweight. There's a lot of good featherweights. There's some that I like as well. There's a couple that I'm kind of friends with. Have you looked at? We'll start off with the champions, work our way to the contenders as well. Also, because the champions is what people know. Out of the 4 champions, or is there anything? Out of any of the 4 champions, do you see any weaknesses? Is there anything special about them? Talk to us about what do you see in those guys, and what makes them champions or what makes them beatable in your mind.
I mean, they all great fighters. Whoever I end up going against, you know, you'll see their weakness. You get what I'm saying? You'll see their weakness. I feel like they are great fighters, and at the end of the day, and this realistically speaking, when you at the food chain, everybody's great. Even their weaknesses is kind of like they strengths in a way. You know, like they could do something with this person, but sometimes when they go against a different fighter, it doesn't work. So it could change, like it really could change, so you'll just have to see when the time comes, and I'll be lying as if I tell you somebody's weakness or not, because I really don't even study fighters to that magnitude. You get what I'm saying? For the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
part, I watch fights from really a fan perspective, just enjoying the sport.
I got you. Well, one guy that I'm not saying I'm close with him, but we see each other, we say what's up, we talk. We know he knows who I am, at least a little bit, and he's in your division, and he's looking for a title shot, and you've also shared the ring with this guy. That's Bruce Shushu Carrington. You know, what are the things you see in him, and do you think he got what it takes to beat any of those 4 guys?
Yeah, definitely. He gonna get his stripes soon. He gonna. I feel like he's definitely world title, uh, worthy for sure. He got the skills, the speed, the power. No, shoot, his time coming, man. And I just feel like it's some things just take time, and that's where he at right now. He's just in that stage where, he just gotta just a waiting game, sit and see who ready to fight him or give him the opportunity first.
Okay. And then I got to bring up one more guy. Another guy you didn't share the ring in, but I'm cool with the guy as well. And he's a Dominican fighter. He fights, he trains in Puerto Rico. I don't know if you've seen him, Jan Santana. He
Yeah.
reminds me a little bit of you. I don't know if his skill set is the same. I think your skill set is a little better. He may be a little bit more powerful, but what you guys both do is, from what I noticed, is that you go in there, you guys try to take care of business when you see it.
Yeah. Nah. I'm familiar with Jan Santana. Same with him. Like he a great fighter. When I was representing Puerto Rico, I fought a lot in DR, so I'm familiar with a lot of Dominican fighters.
Okay.
Coming up, Rohan, all of them. But he's real skillful too. He a sharp guy, and same with him. Like his time coming. Um, these guys, they all worthy of a title. You get what I'm saying? It's just,
Yeah.
they going to knock these other guys off sooner rather than later.
Okay, that's what's up. And then one more thing, and then we'll go into current bots. I told you I'm not going to keep you here long. We're keeping it simple, bro. Friday night. I know you got things to do, but so we just saw that they made it official. Your guy is taking on Oshaki Foster.
Yeah.
Cool Boy looked a little bit heavy. I don't know. He looked a little chubby up there, but I know that's your guy, Cool Boy. What do you think? Do you think Cool Boy can beat Shockey? What do you think of that fight? I know it's early, but
I got Cool Boy winning for sure. I like Cool Boy. I shake the ring with Cool Boy. I'm a big Cool Boy fan. Um, I feel like he's one of the ones. Like I kind of see a lot of myself in him. Um, like the stuff that we do, kind of it gets overlooked until we do it against a top fighter. Where we able to get our stripes. But it's a lot of subtle things that I see that Cool Boy do that he's great. I feel like he'll be Oshaki Foster for sure.
okay. Yeah, I know. When that fight comes, I'm going to ask you that again. And I know you're going to stick with your guy. And that's why I asked you. I think that's going to be a great fight. I like both fighters. I've met both fighters. I think they're both tremendous. I don't know what Cool Boy moving up. I didn't like the way he looked. I'm not going to lie. He looked a little chubby up there. I mean, he looked like he's already on weight and some. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. And, I think in this fight, just early, I like Oshaki. I'm giving him the edge. He's the champion. He's fought at that weight. Right, Cool Boy's moving up to fighting that weight. I think if Shaki's aggressive, because that's his problem. He gives away rounds a little bit early, in my opinion, and then tries to come on late. If he could be a little bit aggressive in the first half, I think he beats Cool Boy. If not, I think Cool Boy finds a way and outboxes him, for 12.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I like Cool Boy in that one.
Mm-hmm. Your boy BVO is up here. He's saying, when you're gonna get the Corvette?
whenever he let me hold something.
When you gonna let him hold something, BVO?
He gotta let me hold something.
My boy Frontline says that Jan is my cousin. He always joke with me, saying I'm Dominican. And then BVO. But salute to Shower. Shower's in the chat. Mr. Shelter's in the chat. Salute to you guys in the chat. She says she had Scooter, but he's chubby. Yeah, he looked a little chubby, man. But it's early. He got like a month to lose it, to work out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see with the fight week how they look. But one more thing we'll talk about, and then I'm gonna let you go, and we're gonna end the show. But once again, I thank you for coming on. Next week, big fight: Canelo, Bud Crawford. Who you got and why?
I've been 50-50 for a long time, but now I'm taking Bud, man. I'm taking Bud. I'm gonna take him confidently. I feel like he's gonna shock the world. It's a new guy to be crowned in the face of boxing. Canelo had his time. Yeah, I feel like Bud, he's gonna take it all. He's gonna win for sure.
Okay, I think it's still too early for me to pick. I'm rooting for Bud. I just see this fight going in so many different ways. I envision this fight, and I just see a lot of things happen. I can't stick to one. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I
I
can see
agree. I
Canelo
agree.
winning. I can see Bud winning. You know,
I might
I can
change
see.
my pick again. I don't know though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna see. So next week I got to make my pick on the show, but I wanted to get a professional's point of view and yourself. You know, but it's a tough pick. It could be anybody's, game. I think Bud is the most skillful of the two, but I just don't know about the weight. And he's putting on more muscle for this fight. At least that's what it looks like to me, and that may slow him down a little
Yeah,
bit. So not sure how. Like I said, I got it playing out in so many different ways.
yeah, me
But
too.
yeah. One more thing. Every episode we do like the fact of the week. So today's September 5th, 2025. We're gonna go back in time. September 5th, 1960. Muhammad Ali won the gold medal for the United States. So the fact of the week, I do it a little different than Rich. So what we're gonna do is let's see if you get the fact of the week. Out
Okay.
of the history of boxing in the Olympics, how many? The United States holds the most gold medals for boxing. But what is the number? How many gold medals has the United States won in boxing?
I have no clue. I'm gonna take a lucky guess. I'm gonna go with 17.
No, more than that.
Dang.
According to what I've seen, and I'm going to go here and double check. Actually, I asked the question wrong. Let's do this again. How many medals have they got in the Olympics? Not gold medals. How many medals? We'll do that.
Medals. I say about 48.
48. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and I'm still reading it wrong, and I'm looking at it now. It's actually 50. So I did it wrong. So it's 50 gold medals. So you was close. I thought you would get it because I thought you would give me a round because it was a round number in 50. But the United States has got 50 gold medals. Cassius Clay, who later changed and when he converted to Islam, Muhammad Ali won the Gold Glove in 1960. That's just one of 50. They actually medaled 117 times. So the United States, and then you want to take a guess who's the second country? You might get this. Just think. Yeah, Cuba has the second most medals and gold medals. They have 41, and total medals 78. So yeah, that was a good guess. I would have guessed Cuba as well. But Keith, man, I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna ask you to do me one more favor, if you can. I mean, I rock with you, and I hope you rock with the Keep It in the Ring program, and you also rock with TD Sports. And I'm a little jealous because you did it for BVO. BVO's kind of a jerk. All I want you to do is for my man Rich Mancuso, just say who you are and say shout out to the Keep It in the Ring program.
This keeps Tsunami Colon. I'm gonna give a shout out to Keep It in the Ring program.
That's what's up. Keith, man, it's been great having you, man. I look forward to talking to you soon. I'll definitely be there in Barclays and for your fight.
For sure. Appreciate that, my guy. See you soon.
All right. Be safe, bro. That was my guy, Keith the Tsunami Colon. I wanted to do this program because we haven't been on in a while at the Keep It in the Ring program. Rich is at Yankee Stadium right now. We're in September, crunch time for the baseball playoffs. So Rich has been very busy with baseball, Mets and Yankees. He's at the games. So right now he's at Yankee Stadium, and the Yankees are losing 4-1 to Toronto. But it's going to get a little bit busy because they'll be fighting for the playoffs, and he's going to be there in October as well. So and I'm sure he's going to be at Keith Colon's fight in the Barclays as well. So I thought that this would be perfect to just do a little Keep It in the Ring program. We're not going to go a full hour. We're not going to talk any wrestling, and do a little bit and just let you guys know that next Thursday we're going to be back with the full program. We're looking to revamp the show a little bit, and we're also looking to do another show with Rich where he's going to talk some baseball, talk some football. It's going to be separate from Keep It in the Ring, but Rich Mancuso been in the business over 40 years, covering boxing, wrestling, baseball, football, even soccer. You know what I'm saying? So we want to utilize Rich and his knowledge and his expertise, coming up in the future weeks. So with that being said, man, I really appreciate everybody that came through. Hopefully you come back. Check out my man Keith Tsunami Colon. He has a YouTube channel as well. Go to Keith Colon. You can see him training as well as some of his highlights of his fights. Very good kid. He's only 22 years old. 7-0, 7 by way of knockout. He fights in the featherweight division. That's 126 pounds. He fights out of Newark, New Jersey, which is loaded with talent. The state of New Jersey is loaded with boxing talent, especially in the Newark area. So check him out as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week in the Keep It in the Ring program. You guys be safe. Have a great weekend. And like Rich always says, keep it in the ring.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.